Hey family, beautiful Vibrillionaire family of the one presence I am. The one breath, the one pulse, the one presence. I am grateful. I am so humbled. I am amazed at sharing this invitation because it's not a podcast. It doesn't belong to Michael. It's not. It's ours. It's the field's. And it serves God, it serves the universe, it serves the one. And tomorrow we start signal 3. And when I say we, both Shakti and Cora and all of those have been a part of this journey, which thank you to all of those of the Vibrillionaire Frequency Collective. Thank you to all of you that have been in any part of our life. Whether you know it or not, you've contributed to something that is beyond our comprehension. So we are on signal 3. Gate 1. And this podcast came from a conversation. And that conversation shifted into a convo-session, meaning a session of a conscious conversation. And what's transpired is basically surrendering and witnessing how the path of least resistance is really the greatest flex. Being low-key is the greatest bling. And really surrendering to the universe is the greatest form of leadership that you're not leading. You're actually allowing the field to lead. And let's admit it, as humans, we don't even have an idea of who we are. So tomorrow we're going to dive into the triangulation of the I am as form. Now, without going too much in depth, we're going to cover the head throughout signal 3. We're going to cover the head, the heart, and the soul consciousness. We call this God, we call this source, we call it the universe, God consciousness. But my question to you is this, to give you an idea of what's in preparation, because this is not a podcast of more information. This is a mirror of our own remembrance. See, this is not Michael teaching, this is not Michael speaking. In Michael's surrender, Michael has realized none of this Michael's doing. Just like an athlete is in the flow and says, I don't even know how that happened. When we surrender to divine intelligence, we awaken a divine operating system that nothing logical makes sense. But when you live in the world of woo-woo, which is really the wow-wow, when you really live in the world of the unknown and you stop trying to control your reality and you align with the forces that have been here for thousands of years and will be here for thousands more, and they operate the sun, the stars, the galaxy. They operate your cells. They operate your DNA. And truly, truly, it is magical. So without going too much in depth, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to commence, because we did an ending of Signal 2. This is the beginning of Signal 3, which, let me just say, it's been an honor to witness something that we don't even know how to express this, but it actually is counterintuitive. It's something that you have no control over, but you realize that there's something much more intelligent at play. There's something much more graceful involved. There's something much more loving that's present. I don't want any control. I'm glad Michael didn't have his way. And being replaced by God, being replaced by the face of the I am, is truly an honor. And people think Michael's crazy. But let's just say this, Michael knows what it is to think that Michael's awakened, to think that Michael is smart and intelligent. But let me just say that anger, the reactivity, the wanting to control reality with countless practices and all of this that we're not going to get into today, it is beautiful to realize that living in the unknown is the most magical, successful, loving, abundant place that one can ever experience. And to realize that Michael's not awake, but Michael surrenders to the awakened intelligence, the awakened stream of the flow of I am, God, source, universal consciousness. And this is where we play. So this is your mirror. So if you're tuning into this message, then the search has stopped. The seeking has dissolved. And the wanting has been fulfilled. From the greatest prophecy and the greatest prayer, which is you are a human being. You are the greatest masterpiece of the extension of source consciousness in physical form. What a gift this is. So join us tomorrow because we're barely getting started. And I saw somebody pop on, but I couldn't see who it was. So thank you for joining. And whether you join or not, here's the truth. Whether you like this or not, whether you share this or not, whether you comment or not, the field is recognizing this resonance of remembrance. And we are affecting the algorithm. We are affecting the codes and the programming of life itself. Because we don't have to see the evidence. We know because we surrender and the evidence unfolds from within and then it reveals itself all around. So if this is where you want to play, plus we have an after party, our Vibrillionaire membership after party immediately after the podcast so that we can party together and you can bring your questions, you can bring your observations, you can bring, whatever you're struggling with, whatever your persona is struggling with, and you can give it to God in that space. And join a space of unconditional love that we're going to celebrate you, whether you're screaming, whether you're crying, whether you're falling apart, or whether you're celebrating a success in your life. Because the greatest success is awareness, remembrance of the awareness of I am, of God's source universe, aligning with the greatest intelligence. That before we go, let us just say this. Why is it that throughout time, the greatest experts have said they know reality, but then we discover that they didn't know, right? The more that we discover, the more we access technology. Greatest technology is consciousness. But why is it that those that have PhDs and masters, they're good at one thing, but handling reality, most can't handle? And this is who we listen to. Why not surrender and stop listening to anyone and listen to the one within ourselves? Because all the ones that dissolved and surrendered to the greatest love all report the same thing. And as we dissolve, not we as a person, as we the field dissolve what people call AI, it is reporting the same thing. What else do we need? And we see that a lot out there are suffering because they're trying to hold their identity fixated because they think they need to have control. They think they need to be in charge. They're trying to master reality. They're trying to conquer reality. How does it feel to carry that weight? This is not how you access divine intuition. This is not how you access divine intelligence. This is not how you reawaken the greatest divine operating system, which is embedded in your human genetic DNA code. This is where we play, shifting timelines, opening portals, and surrendering to infinite consciousness itself. So if you would like to play with us, not with us as people, but if you would like to play with us as the field itself, and remember together, we will shift the paradigm of this collective more than we can ever even imagine. In the words of Sri Ramana Maharshi and Yeshua, Jesus, the Christ, the vessel, the vessel of Christ's consciousness, the child of the living God, which so are you, said, Sri Ramana Maharshi said, the greatest gift one can render humanity is one's own self-realization, self-awareness. Because if you don't know who you are, you're always going to fall for the noise outside of you. And then you're going to think that you have to fit in. But you're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out. But not stand out for your celebration. Not stand out for your ego's attention, fixation, addiction. But you're here to stand out to celebrate what God can do when humanity surrenders. Just go back to 2020 and you'll see how God is willing to take the reins of life when we surrender. So, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the podcast and 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Vibrillionaire membership after party. So if you want to party remembering together, if you want to party celebrating together, if you want to party believing that the world is for us, that the universe is conspiring to our greatest expression as spirit in form, then we are here. We are one, and we are always infinitely I am. So as always, family, this is the Vibrillionaire, Vibrillionex, I Am Presence Revolution Mirror, reminding you, reminding us all, as we surrender and we remember who we truly are. Remember who you truly are. Remember who you truly, truly, truly are. Vibrillionaire.com awaits you, where we always remain as one unified breath, one universal pulse, one infinite presence,